We're in Somerset County, and we're honored to have the Commissioner Director with us, an outstanding leader. Here are a few words from Chanel Robinson. Chanel.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. President, and thank you, Governor, and welcome to all of you to Somerset County's Emergency Operations Center. And thank you for visiting to see the catastrophic damage that Ida brought firsthand. We all greatly appreciate your commitment to our recovery, and especially for our inclusion in FEMA's major disaster declaration. So again, thank you for that. Now, as you tour Manville today, you will see the heart and spirit and the resilience of the people of Somerset County. You will see the devastation that Ida brought, but nevertheless, we will continue to do and build a better and stronger community. Hurricane Ida is our fourth storm of the 100-year storm in just over 2 decades. And as you mentioned, Mr. President, it's only going to get worse. But this historic storm has hit us particularly hard. You know, in Somerset County, the result was not just a deluge of waters, but a deluge of emergencies. And our own Somerset County 911 Communications Center fielded over 13,000 calls that night, 5,000 of them being 911. 520 air and water rescues where people were rescued from their vehicles or from their homes. 170 fire alarms, 8 explosions, and there are countless of automobile accidents and injuries. But as we all can attest to and can agree to, is that our first responders, state, local rescue teams risk their own safety to save the lives of the residents of not only Somerset County, but the state of New Jersey. And I would be remiss if I did not thank our Somerset County Department of Public Works, who were with their front loaders rescuing people, who were out there cleaning the debris, making sure the roadways were safe and blocked from those that entered into dangerous paths. But also during the worst of the raging waters in our Millstone and Raritan rivers, they raged over our 750 bridges here in Somerset County alone. But yet, our workers were there to make sure that they were doing all that they could to make sure that our residents were safe. And sadly, 6 Somerset County residents lost their lives to the flood waters. We must continue to hold their families and loved ones in our prayers and in our hearts. But again, because of Ida's devastation, we know that we cannot forget that we must endure, as we have thousands of people that are continuing to seek shelter. Our collective mission now, as you see around the room, you have local, county, state, and federal officials coming together to making sure that we get our families back into our homes, make sure that our businesses are operating again, and to repair and restore our public infrastructure. Here in New Jersey, there is a strong connection. Again, the leadership are in the room. There's a strong connection to make sure that we're doing all that we can for the residents of New Jersey, not just Somerset County. And we must do all that we can to make sure that the residents know that we have their back. And as you said, Administrator, we're here to prepare to protect. And if the residents do not feel that we have their backs, then we failed them. So over the weekend, we've transitioned from emergency response to disaster recovery. This will not only take weeks, but months or even longer. We will never be back to close to normal, but all we can do is do better. We will need FEMA, Red Cross, state and local OEM and nonprofits to come together to ensure that the recovery is not just for some, but for all. So again, thank you, Mr. President, and thank you, Governor, and thank you to all of you for your resiliency and for your deep concern for not only Somerset County, but the state of New Jersey, and your commitment to our recovery.